What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and this is Sports Center. Chris Berman, get out my chair, bruh. Anyways, man, you see that we got our first win of the season. Bills victorious 24-21 over those Jets. Lee Evans, 6 catches, a $129 plus at TD. Jeff Garcia had 135 yards passing, but wasn't enough to beat the Steelers. The Steelers win 19-17. The Bucks beat the Saints 17-14, and Simeon Rice has a sack in 4 straight games, bruh, doing his thing. Those Cowboys can't catch a break. 27-26 as the Giants stay undefeated. Tiki Barber caught 4 passes for 96 yards plus a TD. The Ravens, they beat the Redskins 20-14. The Rams, they beat the Seahawks to move to 4-1. Marshall Faulk, 5 receptions, 120 yards plus a TD. Now we got the Raiders traveling to Indianapolis, and James Monroe, not Adrian James, but James Monroe, makes a move, gets a couple of nice blocks. Look at Brandon Stokely out there getting his as well. Touchdown, James Monroe. Who? James Monroe. About to be a household name. 10 carries, 59 yards plus a TD for the Colts. The Texans beat the Vikings to move on to 4-1. Andre Johnson, 4 catches, 40 yards plus a TD. The Falcons, they lose to the Detroit Lions. The Lions are 3-1 after a 20-7 victory. Jaguars over the Chargers 38-13, and Hugh Douglas, 3 games with a sack in a row. The 49ers 20, the Arizona Cardinals 14. Buck Holter is not a new running back for the Niners, had a big-time game. Cobbs, 9 carries, 34 yards, and 3 TDs, baby. Ballin', he's straight ballin', and the Pats keep rolling. Now let's travel to Mile High, as Jake Plummer gonna find Garrison, go get the hearse. That's right, bro. Garrison Hurst in the slot makes a beautiful catch, and 27-13 is the final in that one. So let's move on, y'all. The Packers, they end up losing to the Titans, and the Titans stay undefeated at 5-0. Here go the primetime players. Marshall, 20 carries, 67 yards, and he caught a couple of passes for 120 of them things, plus 2 receiving TDs. Can the Titans be stopped? Can they? I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. Alright, you guys, so this is a look at our slider set. It's kind of extreme because we're playing on Legend. So this is what Legend looks like. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. And then for the computer, it looks like this. Everything is high for them. Everything is pretty low for us. So with my custom, it looks like this. The blocking gets an improvement, but it's still pretty difficult to run. Again, these are the sliders that I use versus the Patriots and the Jets. Except for the catching. The catching I did bump up for the Jets game, and we saw that things were a little bit different. I'm going to see how it plays this time around for when we play the Miami Dolphins. And if it's still kind of ridiculous with the catches that we get, I'll probably turn it down to about here. Maybe I might just put it in the middle here, but for right now, we're going to leave it like this. Human coverage, I feel like the defense is playing pretty well, so I might actually turn the defense down a little bit depending on what happens, because Tom Brady, when we played him, he only threw for 50 yards, and then we kind of we dismantled the Jets passing game. Chad Pennington threw 4 picks, man. So even though this is still pretty low for the defense, I might leave it down here depending on how things go. Now, I'll probably leave the tackling where it is, but for human coverage, I might turn it down to that bottom line. So I did have a bunch of people asking me, why do I do it on the PS2? I do it on the PS2 just because it's the original PS2 disc going into the PlayStation 2. And because I can't get updated rosters for like a brand new NFL season, I figured we would just go with default rosters. And on top of that, whenever I do a season with the Xbox 360 with my Xbox ESPN 2K5, the season freezes halfway through every single time. So that's why I decided to go on the PS2. So far the power rankings look like this. The Giants and the Tennessee Titans are on top. Then got New England, Detroit, Houston, Philly, St. Louis, Oakland, Washington, New York, Atlanta, Minnesota, Cincinnati, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Cleveland, Miami, Arizona. We are not even in the top 20. Then you got Denver at number 20, Jacksonville, who beat us in week number 1. Then at 22, Carolina, San Francisco, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, Seattle, Chicago, Baltimore. We are last, basically last, bro. We're last in the AFC, and the Cowboys, ironically enough, are 0-4, and they're at the bottom. So we're looking at the rookie watch list here, and when it comes to passing, Phillip Rivers is on top with a QB rating of 83. Then Ben Roethlisberger has a QB rating of 75.7, and JP Lossman was 9 of 22 and has a has a QB rating of 47. When it comes to touchdown passes, he has 0. When it comes to touchdown passes for Big Ben, he has 7 plus 7 INTs, and Phillip Rivers 6 TDs and 5 INTs. Kevin Jones is on top for rookies with 74 rushes for 360 yards, averaging 4.1 yards per carry, and has 2 TDs. And of course, Julius Jones, he has 3 TDs. And then Cobb, who scored all of these TDs, man, came this week when they played the Dolphins. I believe that's who they took on. Larry Fitzgerald is second in receptions with 15 for all rookies and has 132 yards. Roy Williams is on top with 16 for 157. And Lee Evans, baby, you see him, 212 yards, doing work. And then Woods for the Niners, he is also doing work with 12 catches for 212 yards, or 22 yards, excuse me. Carlos Dansby for those Arizona Cardinals has 29 sacks to lead the way. And he also has the most sacks at 2.5. When it comes to interceptions, Will Allen wearing 19, doing it big with 2 picks, and of course Sean Taylor, he has 1 pick as well. So this has been Around the League episode 2. We are going to be taking on the Miami Dolphins, and then we also have the Baltimore Ravens, and then after the Baltimore Ravens game, we will do another Around the League. But that is going to do it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I enjoyed bringing it to you. I do hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day. And to meet again, my friends. Peace, love. Hot sauce!